Hey, entrepreneurs. Welcome back to my series of book reviews for entrepreneurs, and it's called Read Along with Entrepreneurs. I'm Gale Bates. I'm a goal setter, a coach, and a serious entrepreneur. And on this channel, my goal is to share best practices and resources that really help entrepreneurs like you who work from home have profitable and sustainable businesses. Now, in this series, I'm going to dive into books that really help entrepreneurs like you and me build better business practices and stronger mindsets just to help us have successful, profitable businesses. I really believe most entrepreneurs are readers. I know I am because, as entrepreneurs, we want to learn how to be successful in business. And that's why I'm adding this series to this channel to become really a great resource for all entrepreneurs. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to never miss an episode. Because in each episode, I break down one book that I feel makes a real impact, where I'm going to share ideas and top takeaways from each book I review and how you can put them into action. And I've also created a great TBR list for you, that to be read list, right? Which is my 5 top tips for entrepreneurs by categories. There's a lot of 5 different categories as well. And you can just download that list in the description below. I put this together because I really hope it encourages you to become a consistent reader, to enhance your learning and help you grow your business. Now, I also have a specific reading method and routine where I read 10 pages a day. And I've created a specific note-taking practice that really has helped me retain and incorporate what I read into my business. So if you want to learn more about how that works, then be sure to watch my first video where I go into detail about this system. And I review the book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And the link to that video is also below. So today we're talking about a book that kind of woke something up in me. It's called Do What You Love, What You Do by Holly Tucker. And she's an MBE. She talks about turning your passion into profit. Now, this is not a book that's everywhere, but honestly, I really, really enjoyed this book. And she says you're turning your passion into profit while living what she calls the good life. It was just such a wonderful read. And especially if you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who really wants more joy, more meaning. And that's what we do when we're entrepreneurs working from home. We love what we do. And we want this business, and as she says, to truly reflect who you are. When I picked up this book, I really thought it would be another just follow your dreams kind of read. Holly just really surprised me. She's got grit, she's got business sense, she's got heart, and she's not afraid to tell the truth. And what's so inspiring is what she calls her hacks, because at the end of each chapter, she shares what she calls Holly's hacks. And these are simple, practical actions that really help you build a business rooted in joy, purpose, and meaning. And they are things that you could take action on. So I'm going to share my top 3 takeaways from this book, as usual, and some of her important hacks that you can put into action yourself today. But first, let's talk about this idea of the good life, because everything in this book comes back to it. So Holly says the good life isn't about chasing perfection or hustling 24/7. It's about living in alignment with your values, your energy, your people. And she breaks it down just so simply. It's specifically this: be good, do good, feel good, and work with purpose. Wow, how simple is that? And I love that she includes family, community, spirituality, hobbies, not just work. And as someone who works from home and coaches entrepreneurs and does extensive interviews with entrepreneurs around the world, I'm talking to them all the time, I understand how easy it is just to blur those lines. So Holly's message is make your business serve your life, not the other way around. Let's get into it. I want to share with you her passion list exercise. Now, this might be my favorite exercise from the book, and I've already shared it with many of my clients. So to create a passion list, Holly says it's about going back to your roots and asking yourself some questions. And she's written the questions down for you. What's your early childhood passions? What were your 3 favorite subjects at school? I guess mine were spelling. I was good at spelling and English. I was good at math, and I love sports, especially netball, because I grew up in Australia. And then she says, what industries and subjects bring you alive? One question was, what could you read 100 books about? Well, I'm reading 100 books about business, right? I love what I do. Then she says, what would you do if money was no object? You write it all down, you let your brain flow, then you take a highlighter and you circle just what jumps out. And she says, you'll start to see a pattern, and that pattern, that's your compass. So from there, she walks you through how to turn that passion into your business model. And honestly, I wish I'd done this exercise sooner in my journey. And I keep doing it over and over. But let me read her hack at the end of this chapter. I think this is what this is about, read along with entrepreneurs. And I think this is so important. The most successful way to get the heart of your passions is to get a piece of A3 paper. She's British, so that would be A4 for us. And write the above question in bubbles, in which she has the questions that I talked about. Then let your brain flow and fill in all the answers that come to mind. Everything goes, however odd, it doesn't matter. And then take a highlighter and mark what stands out or feels most important to you. I suspect you will start to see some patterns. You can then add all of these elements that stand out onto what I call a passion list. My theory goes that the idea for your business is somewhere within the list of words. Exciting. So I would be interested to know if you are ready to start your passion list and take the test. Okay, so now let's get into what she says about planning, because she just doesn't stop at inspiration. She actually gives you a path forward. And one of her biggest messages is this: you just need a plan, a purposeful plan. And you know that I always talk about purposeful planning, especially when I have my planet that I bring out every year. It's also all about purposeful planning. So this is why it resonated, I think, with me. But she breaks down how planning with intention builds your confidence. You want to keep things flowing and use your time wisely. So she says even success can equal happiness. Just be happy about it, because when you're happy, you're more creative, you're more focused, and you're more resilient. So I really related to that, because my most productive days are always my busiest. They're the ones where I feel aligned and on purpose because I'm so busy, right? Think about it. And then she has a chapter on visualization. And she talks about visualizing your goals monthly. She says, set an alarm on your phone, carve out dedicated time to visualize. It's so easy for everyday life to get in the way. Commit to this practice for 1 month and watch the dials of your business move. In turn, this should lead to visualization just becoming a natural part of your everyday life. It naturally becomes addictive, and it really is a life changer. This is really pretty simple, but it's very powerful. Picture what success looks like. Feel it. And then commit. So this was kind of interesting. I started doing this after reading this book, and it really shifted how I approach my to-do list. It's no longer just tasks. It's kind of like building the life I want. The next thing I want to share with you is one of her biggest lessons, which she calls the power of connection. And she says, make friends, not contacts, which means find your tribe, build a community to support each other, and celebrate milestones, if they're big or small. She talks about how the Romans used to place stone mile markers along the roads. You might even know about this. This is for travelers who knew how far they'd come. So that's what your business milestones are about. And I talk about milestones in my 90-day goals playbook. I'm asking you, what's a milestone that you've recently hit in your business? And how did you celebrate it? So let me know in the comments. I'd love to cheer you on about any kind of milestone that you have completed as well. The other thing she talks about is plan for a good life daily. And plan for that good life every day. That means intentionally, including your family, your business, your community, your hobbies, your spiritual well-being every day, even in small ways. She says your business should be a force for good. And honestly, that's why I started this channel. I wanted to help entrepreneurs like you grow your business and your joy. So if you're ready to build a business that reflects your passions, aligns with your purpose, and fuels your good life, I really can't recommend this book enough. Again, it's Do What You Love, What You Do by Holly Tucker MBE. So this is your reminder that your business gets to feel good every step of the way. And remember, if you want my full list of recommended reads, download my top 5 book picks by category that every entrepreneur should know about. The link to that is below. And let's keep the conversation going. What's your passion list? Do you have one? Are you ready to write one? And how do you define your good life? I'd love you to drop a comment below because I read everyone. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this maybe with a fellow entrepreneur who just needs some heart-centered motivation today. I'll see you next time on Read Along with Entrepreneurs.